Professor Veltheros adjusted his cranial sensors as the latest batch of tactical analysis students filed into the amphitheater at the Galactic Military Academy. This semester's cohort represented 12 different species from across the known galaxy, their varied forms creating a colorful mosaic of scales, chitin, and bioluminescent patches. Today, we examine Case Study 847, the Human Integration Protocols, Veltheros announced, his voice resonating through the universal translators. Who can tell me the standard prediction models for a Level 0.8 civilization's tactical development? A Zephyrian cadet raised one of her 6 arms. Rigid hierarchical structures, technology-dependent strategies, and predictable response patterns based on resource optimization, Professor. Correct. Now observe. The holographic display materialized, showing footage from humanity's first contact with the hegemony fleet 3 years prior. The alien students leaned forward, expecting to see the familiar patterns of primitive military doctrine they'd studied in dozens of other cases. Instead, they witnessed something unprecedented. The human fleet, vastly outnumbered and outgunned, had done something no computer model had predicted. They scattered. Not in retreat, but in a chaotic pattern that made no tactical sense according to any known military doctrine. Note the apparent disorder, Veltheros commented, as the students watched human ships break formation seemingly at random. Initial hegemony analysis classified this as panic response. Cadet Thrick's pole, a methodical crystalline, vibrated with confusion. Professor, their movements violate basic tactical principles. They're exposing their flanks, abandoning defensive positions. Continue watching. What happened next would reshape military theory across the galaxy. The panicking, human ships suddenly revealed their strategy. Each vessel had been equipped with different experimental technologies. Some carried cloaking devices, others had enhanced weapons. Still others were pure decoys filled with sensor jamming equipment. But the revelation wasn't in their technology. It was in how they used it. They're improvising, whispered Cadet Zactiach, her compound eyes reflecting the holographic battle. In real time, without central command coordination. The display showed human captains making split-second decisions, adapting their tactics based not on predetermined protocols, but on intuitive responses to changing conditions. When their cloaking failed, they used the malfunction to create false heat signatures. When weapons systems overloaded, they turned the energy discharge into electromagnetic pulse weapons. This is impossible, declared Vorthan, a rigid hierarchist whose species had perfected military doctrine over millennia. Tactical decisions require analysis, computation, committee review. Professor Veltheros paused the display at the moment when a damaged human vessel, instead of retreating for repairs, deliberately crashed into an asteroid to create a debris field that masked the approach of their remaining forces. The pilot of that ship, he said quietly, made that decision in 3.7 seconds. No computer consultation. No command authorization. Pure tactical instinct. The alien student sat in stunned silence as the battle's conclusion played out. The massively superior hegemony force found itself outmaneuvered not by superior technology or numbers, but by the human's bizarre ability to turn chaos into strategy, weakness into advantage, and desperation into innovation. But how do they coordinate? Asked Cadet Thrick's pole. Their communication protocols show constant chatter, overlapping voices, apparent contradiction. That, said Veltheros, is what we initially dismissed as inefficiency. We now understand it as something far more dangerous, collaborative chaos. Each human commander shares information instantly, adapts others' innovations in real time, and contributes to an ever-evolving tactical doctrine that no enemy can predict because the humans themselves don't know what they'll do next. A young Mentarch cadet raised a tentative question. Professor, how do we defend against such tactics? Valtheros's expression grew grave. That, Cadet, is why humans are no longer classified as level 0.8. They've been reclassified as a tactical anomaly, the first species in galactic history to weaponize unpredictability itself. The implications hung heavy in the amphitheater. Every military doctrine, every strategic computer model, every battle plan in the galaxy had been built on the assumption that intelligent species sought order, predictability, and logical optimization. The humans had just proven that assumption catastrophically wrong. Class was dismissed early that day.